Hey everybody, Jim here. Last night I got some bad news. All the water had leaked out of our holding tank, our freshwater holding tank. So I've got a leak in there someplace. I turned on the pump and all I heard was pumping, but got no water. So when I go to look at fresh water, I got none. So in order to fix the problem, I've got to get under the camper, and I'm going to use my magic creeper to slide underneath the camper. So the tools I want are a narrow screwdriver, a wider screwdriver, a socket kit that's a 1/4 inch drive. It does have this screwdriver handle. So I'm going to slide underneath the camper now. Not a lot of room down here, but I'm going to do my best. Take a look. You can see where the drain is, and then below that is the inspection port. First thing I'm going to do is take off the inspection port and see what I can see. All right, it's an 8 millimeter socket. Seems to be what I need. So we'll take off the inspection plate. Your holding tank has insulation up inside there. That keeps your tanks are actually heated. It has this metal cover, and then inside is a plastic tank. To make it easier to pull that little hose out, I'm going to remove this drain valve. Again, I'm using my 8 millimeter socket. So there we go. There's the little hose. It came off. All right, so here is the drain valve. Sits on the outside of the tank. There's a hose clamp here where you put a short piece of flexible tubing. And as you can see, that flexible tubing has separated. And that was causing my leak. Okay, I went to Home Depot. I found some of this clear vinyl tubing. Get 10 feet for about $7. 5/8 inch OD, 1/2 inch ID. I'm going to put that onto the drain valve first. Now when you put this back in to your tank, the tank cover is going to be blocking this coming in. So what you have to do is you have to notch out a little notch. Anyway, notch yourself out a little cutout so you have clearance for this, just so you can slide it back in. All right, we're looking at the hole. You can see where I just notched out some clearance for that clamp to fit the bolt head through there. Now I'm going to thread the clamp in. As I put it in, I've got to thread it through the hole. And then, oh, crap, I forgot. I need to put this guy on. Okay. I see the barb fitting, and I've got to get my hose over that barb fitting, so stay with me. Okay, first, I've got to put the hose clamp over the end of the hose. Your screw is facing down. Okay, in order to better align the tank, I'm going to take this jack and I'm going to raise up the tank a little bit inside the tank cover, and I'm hoping that is going to give me an easier alignment to slide that hose on. Look at there. We got about 3/4 of an inch. We're up at the top, and now that's a pretty straight shot over the barb. to slide all the way in, like almost like that, almost. Attempt to insert the screw, get everything aligned. All right, we are in. We are in. Well, time for the acid test. We're going to plug in water and see if it holds. Okay, we're running water, about half a gallon in so far. When I get 10 or 15 gallons in, I'll check down below to make sure it's not leaking. Okay, we've got the tank 2/3 full. That's about 24 gallons. A lot of pressure with that much water in there, so we'll see if my leak fix is holding. Okay, we're under the camper, we're looking, and I still see a little drop of water coming out every 3 or 4 seconds. So we still have a minor leak there, still at the hose. All right, I'm gonna have to go back in there and tighten up those hose clamps one more time. I think the vinyl sort of gives way after a little bit. You think you've got it tight, and then you gotta go back and tighten it again. So I'm gonna try that, and if that doesn't work, I'm gonna get a different kind of a hose that'll fit better on that barb fitting. All right, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll put a note down when I get this finally fixed and let you know what I had to do to complete the job.